That's me right there. See that car? See that stuff? That's me. Of course, after a while, you don't say, boy, that is really crazy. That's really stupid, you know. But everybody, there's evolution. You have to evolve and all this. Anyway, self-image. Same like the Bani Israel, it says in the Quran and the Hadith, when they sent spies to the promised land. So there's Jabareen over there. The Bible says, when we looked at them, we saw ourselves as grasshoppers compared to them. And they saw us the same way we saw ourselves. Well, as deep as you're going to get. You saw them as unbeatable. The people, until reasonable, you can't whoop the white man. The white man's institutions, he gets cranky, It's because they never tried it before. You see what I mean? Isn't that the only reason? The only reason everybody goes along with the system, they never tried nothing else. They just don't try anything else. If they try anything, it's within the system. Okay, self-image and self-esteem. Goal setting. We have some new goals that we have set already, and goal setting to us is simple. Everything we doing right now, of course, it's all inshallah, it's all mashallah, it's all alhamdulillah. But in human terms, goal setting is very simple. This is what we want to do. I'll mention some of that stuff later, but this is what we want to do. Unless we die, Allah call us home, we're going to do that. Why? Because it's a goal. And if they can't stop you from doing all, how the hell are they going to stop you from doing this? It's not possible. And then history now, you can see history is formulating, its environmental self is formulating where it's headed in our direction. Boss man is actually going down, visibly going down. Okay. So, one of the things that we feel that we want to do with the public in general, with our brothers, the Negro brothers, the Tattletale brothers, we want to help them see with a new vision, to see themselves differently. I know you might think I'm lying. It was 1968, and I had moved right out of where I lived to right down a little bit, and and I was taking it easy for a while because I had ran up against a lot of stuff. 68, the police was getting a little serious. So I had a natural system. I didn't know it then, but I know it now. That when things are coming too fast, I just pulled back and take a look at it. So I took a look at it. I almost retired. I had about 25,000. I had 2, 3 Cadillacs. And that's like having 250,000 now, because that was a lot of money. People made $100 a week, so if you got $25,000 cash money, you're not doing too bad. So I just did a little retirement where I just hustled. I would make maybe $50 a day or $100. That's all. Just a little, really not doing nothing. So I wouldn't spend that old money. Old money, that's where it comes from. Old money that somebody already got. New money, just get fresh money. So a new album came out by The Temptations, Wish It Would Rain. Man, I was smoking weed there and just visualizing the limousines pulling off from businesses, businesses that you own. And that's in 68. By early 69, all of that had happened. I didn't even know what you called it, but white folks, I learned from then, it was called, I was seeing it. They said, see yourself in that Cadillac, see yourself in that Rolls Royce, right? And I was just tripping, that's what we used to call it. And I saw all that stuff. And it was so fast that I didn't believe it. This is really happening. This fast. Okay. So, that visualization, it works. I learned how to do it before I even knew what it meant. I didn't even know what it was. But then, at the same time, it was 4 brothers doing, they was Big Macs and the Ward brothers. And I said to myself, if I had 4 brothers doing what I do, boy, I'd be biggest thing in the world. Then I was opening the refrigerator, and the refrigerator wasn't talking to me, but it sounded like it. All men are your brothers. I started an organization right away. This brother, that brother, that brother. Off we go. Why? Because all men are your brothers. You don't need 4 family brothers. Within a few months, we had knocked the whole place. That's the possibilities. This is the same thing we want to do with all the Negro tattletales. They lived a certain life because they didn't understand. They didn't believe what they've been taught. All of them went to school. They've been taught that this is what you do. This is the best you can do. You can be a tattletale, and we'll make you like Abdul Malik. We'll give you, you play the part, and we'll give you the backup, we'll give you the organization, we'll give you the structure, we'll give you, now anything I get, I gotta earn it. That's why I know when they're giving somebody something. Right? When they're giving them guys all that, they're giving it to them. And they can make you 50 feet tall in 1 week if they want. They can open your masjid, fill it up with people, they got all these tattletales, they fill up your masjid in 1 week if they want to. They can do that. The people know that. They know, like Zayd, his part is to be a mature, analytical speaker. There's almost no nonsense, but we can do it. That's not what he is. That's what they told him, because he told me at UCLA, the Islamic movement is not on-the-job training. You got to do da-da-da-da-da. Well, the people that he was respecting, Ikhwan al-Muslimin and all that, we told them when they come over here to see Obama, hey, don't do this and don't do that. They went right back to Egypt and got slaughtered. The police ain't did nothing to us but park the old that thing out there that don't work no more. Run off, steal all your money. I mean, if it was anybody, this would be real stuff, but it ain't nothing. I'm telling you, it ain't nothing to me. That's why we have to chronicle, right? We have to archive, historicize, all of this, so we can show people. We have to be a living example. We have to sit there and take all the punishments with a smile. We're doing this on purpose, and then say, there's your boss man. If I can do all of that by myself, y'all can do some of it. And we can whoop boss man, that's the thing. Not whoop him physically, but whoop him in order. That we can be a part of this global change. Us, me and you, oh, we can be. Or we'll just let Don run our life. Let him take care of our children and everything. Yeah, why not? Much sense as he got. Right? Just think, look at us. We are letting, they're not even clown. They don't, Don is as silly as Khadijah and Mukhtar is. Now notice something. Mukhtar is a man. Have you ever got a phone call, seen a phone call come from Mukhtar? No, why? Why is his wife calling all the time? And she ain't supposed to call me, she's a woman. Technically, right? Okay, why? Where's his courage at? All he do is slip around when they want the police to arrest me in the Masjid. There he is, and I've got paperwork. I asked him at the court, I said, would you show me some paperwork that they got that I'll do? I got the deed, I got this, I got that, I got all the paperwork, articles of incorporation. Would you show me? They ain't got nothing. Why do we let them keep doing it? So we just demand $100 billion. When we go to court, we got them so deep in so many ways that they can't get out of it. And if they do get out of it after we done give them lectures and printed books and all that, and we said, this is what they did. This is a free country. We can't lose. And it don't bother us. You know what I mean? Like I say, see, if they attack you, they try to bust you up and break you down. We said that we want to be just like sleeping under a bridge when we make our comeback. We're prepared for it. Our preparation now is just like when we started before, back in the 60s. And at other times, you have to make many comebacks. But in the 60s, I had $25,000 cash and 2 or 3 Cadillacs. Right? So, sleeping under a bridge, we got 8 pieces of property here. That's a lot of value. 8 pieces of property. We own all this. Not only like, do you know how many people own their own house? Hardly none. They used to, but we own all of this property. We own it, not paying mortgages. Can you imagine all the property we have, all the grass you cut, all that stuff? We own every bit of it. And I tell the kids, I said, don't you know how comfortable it is to lay up in here and not have to pay no rent? Of course they say no, because they ain't never paid no rent. You know? But imagine, I said, suppose you was in a hotel and you had to pay, as years ago, $100 a night. Would you be comfortable in that room? You got to pay $100 every night to stay in that hotel. Hey man, it'd be unbelievable. I gotta get out of here. Okay, imagine. In other words, we're at the lowest point that we could get. Because this is what we was talking about. If boss man, we're prepared to sleep under a bridge. Well, we're making a comeback with 8 pieces of property, with property all over California, right? And they done broke all these laws. They're gonna have to pay us. They can pay us, so it don't make no difference. But we have our own goals of what we're gonna do. This is what we're gonna do. And nobody can stop us from doing it. Number one, they can't do anything else. Okay, so that's a strategic vision. I'm gonna try to speed up. Give reasons why it is better to be good. Well, good. America the good. That's all. And you can compete in righteousness, right? That's what the Quran says. Okay. Potatoes, eggs, meat, and that's how we've already done that. How was those the sausage and stuff?
So
it was
good.
all right?
It was more than all right, man.
That's what the kids said. I told, but 2 hours ago, I told Ali on the phone, I said, you got any more of that stuff? I said, from now on, all of that, bring it by here. We got a batch still. We got enough for another batch, even now. But remember when I was patting them, I said, this is what we should have been doing all the time. I just had a feeling they was going to be good. Hey, man. So we off and rolling.
Yes.
Okay. Legal studies. I'm going to skip a lot of this. responsibility accounts. Musa. You know, down at my house, they told me, remember, they wouldn't tell me now, but they said, because some about Obama, I said, Obama's a white man's nigga, you know, it's 2007. I said, Obama this, Obama that, no. So when Obama started cruising along, I said, I thought he was going to do 100% bad, but he only did about 40% bad. I said, this guy did something, you know, before they got him stuck in there. Of course, you know, a Negro ain't gonna be able to raise no $1 billion or 100 billion. Whatever he raised for, I said, Negroes can't raise that kind of money, so somebody give it to him. But right there in my house, they told me that I was jealous of Obama because he was light-skinned. So, they wouldn't say it now, because when you let people get away with stuff, they'll do it. But then you say you can't get away with that, no. But that's what, let me see here. Now move toward a close with Abdul Malik. He was the leader there in Oakland, and he was a good brother. But they're supposed to have said that I asked him, that I said something about him, and the little lady we used to call Halle Berry. That's what she actually looked like then. This lady, Sister Zakiya, had asked Abdul Malik to arrange a marriage between me and her, because he already had 2 wives, and just for the movement. And she was part of her curly-headed crew. You know, the people out in Berkeley, I call them the curly-headed crew. And she was part of the curly-headed crew. So Abdul Malik told her, Imam Musa wouldn't want to marry you because I think he had hot pants out there. In other words, she was kind of free with the sex and stuff. She was trying to earn her identity. She was so good looking that that was her way of earning her identity with black people. That type of stuff, you know, the old silly stuff. Yeah. So Abdul Malik was supposed to help her with all of that stuff. Now, Mama was white. Now, Mama was crazy, but she wanted to marry me too. I said, I ain't gonna marry no white woman. I told everybody, that wouldn't be true now, but it was true then. This is in the 80s, and I said, I won't marry a white woman, because all the black women football players, they get a little 2 weeks ahead and they go marry a white woman. So I say, I'm just gonna marry Sapphire. Whenever I get married, it'll be Sapphire, you know. Y'all don't remember Sapphire, Kingfishers, it's a long story. Anyway, so, but that didn't mean I wouldn't marry the daughter. But I told them I wouldn't marry a white woman, and I wouldn't. And then some type of way I told Sister Bahia something about, at that time I just didn't want to get married or something, but Abdul Malik never asked me. So he married her. And then, she was always approaching me on the side, so I told her, I said, man, your wife is surreptitious. I guess that means sneaky. But I didn't know that she had asked him. And she was always telling me, call me on the phone every day, almost, when I was living out in Virginia and here over on 8th Street, with some excuse to talk. And I said, anyway, you're married, so you have to talk to your husband. But I told her, I said, man, this girl is surreptitious. But what it was is, she just kept telling me how much she hated him. I said, how did you hate him and marry him? But anyway, it started coming to me. Now, everybody in the community knew that she had asked him to hook up a marriage with me.
So everyone.
Bahia knew it, all of them. Everybody knew it. That was even before I married Bahia. They already knew it. So everybody knew that. So Abdul Malik was always and pointing at stuff, and she would get it. I said, we don't do that to people. You know what I mean? Why was he doing that? In 1984, a China boy who was a minister in the Nation of Islam, Abdul Malik, at a program, Brother Larry gave a talk there, Larry. Akbar Muhammad, second in charge of the Nation of Islam, he gave a talk at the Youth Development Center. And Abdul Malik, that's in 84, he was trying to pal around with the Nation of Islam. And China boy is one of them low quality, boy, I wouldn't want to be under his charge. So he snapped his finger and pointed in his briefcase, and Abdul Malik picked it up and walked on the house. So I already knew where he was coming from. So he knew stuff that works, it could work on him. So I said, we don't do people like that, man. We don't do people like that. We help people. That's what, and then when his wife, the father died. Now, the reason she liked me, because I reminded her of her father. She had a white mama and a black daddy. His black daddy was a pure tar baby. He was a tar baby. He was black as he could get. I must have reminded her of her daddy, something like that, you know what I mean. So, so Abdul Malik, when his father passed, she called me on the phone and she told me what her sister and her brother and her was doing. And I felt real sad. It was sad. They needed help because the mama was so crazy. The pure white daughter, you know what she'd say? This is my daughter by a rape. I said, oh man, this woman is crazy. She would say that all the time. She would introduce
like
the white daughter.
That was just what
No, the white daughter would introduce her white daughter.